But the theme of the novel was kind of demanding this hard labor and this hard work and a really strong and forceful kind of outlook that you didn't really see before. So I think it's just kind of interesting to kind of notice this tone and how by understanding his attitude and by the diction he's using, but also looking at the symbolism and just looking under beneath the stuff with his tone, it's kind of interesting to see, this contrast that we have between the actual words he's using and the theme he's trying to get across. And we just kind of made note of that anywhere we have like only made for work is this tool that he's using, and how work is the only thing you should be doing, and happiness exists through work, work equals happiness, and that's just kind of something we were kind of playing around with. And I think this is probably the biggest area where I was showing my knowledge of tone and kind of playing around with that with Bendler's ideas. So the next thing I talked about was number 4, Frost, and I want to turn to this one first because they're essentially the same thing. I just moved them around in different areas. So here we go. This one's Frost. So this is noticing and identifying and unfolding metaphors. So in the Black Veil was the one where it stood out the most to me. I know we did a lot in class and stuff, but I still feel that it was a skill that I've been developing and working on with metaphors. For me, metaphors were always just something like the sun is a bowl of cherries, and that's something you've been taught for all the time, but now it's getting a lot deeper and a lot, more analytical with stuff, and I think that it's something that I've expanded with. For example, I just start talking about a lot of the metaphors between what the veil stands for. And the veil is a metaphor for secret sin, and these sins we hide and we commit them again and again. And I think that it's a much more deeper and kind of thought-provoking metaphor rather than something that's really surface level. And I think that with my ability to kind of understand that and kind of accept that and notice it in different places, it's really demonstrating my skill that I've improved on rather than just being able to look at something really in a really surface level fashion. I'm noticing things that mean a little bit more, and how there's this really big connection between the veil and secret sin, and obviously it was pretty much stated in there. And I think that when you have a metaphor that's completely stated out, especially now in AP literature, we're told not to kind of give that much thought, that that's just what it is. It's a clear metaphor. I really should say that in this class we're kind of challenging that. We're kind of starting to look deeper, and something that I think I'm kind of getting better with. So that was my example for that one, for my Frost metaphor. And again, for Frost, I also noticed it in the Young Goodman Brown, and how there were a lot of metaphors in this one. The forest was a metaphor for temptation, and in death I even thought for a little bit. The pink ribbon was more of a symbol, actually, but we have this metaphor of these church people that were in this forest with him, and how it was a metaphor for that, for the fact that even the best people face temptation, and they face this stuff that we consider only the unholy people, especially in Hawthorne stuff, to be facing. But really, Hawthorne's playing around with ideas of how no one's really innocent or completely innocent, and everyone experiences it. And so we kind of see those metaphors coming out in the forest and the people that are in them. And we have the devil coming up, and even in faith, there's the metaphor for faith, for just a religious aspect to it that might have not have been the easiest thing to see in the beginning. But as I've been reading and, improving my skills, I think that it's something that I've noticed or taken note of. The last thing I think I'm going to talk about is, for Perrine, the symbols. And I came back once again to Never Let Me Go because this thing is just chock full